Hi, and welcome to Milkmaid of the Milky Way. We're in Norway, and it's the 1920s, and we're a milkmaid. What could go wrong? Let's start a new game. Cheers, Mattis. Ah, what a day to be a milkmaid. Another restless night. Luckily the storm had passed. The fields were wet, but the sun was rising fast. Very well. Ah, enough hours spent in bed. I heard impatient mooing from the shed. This is gonna be challenging to make the tempo. My milk bucket and tools were gone. So strange. Had a thief wandered through this mountain range? Maybe. Cheese. Mother's recipe. Alright, so we have a recipe for cheese. We're probably gonna make cheese and butter, and today I repaired the separator and added a feature to the accelerator. So she's a tinkerer and a milkmaid. Well, that's useful. When I separate the milk and the cream, it automatically runs down in a stream. Ready for butter making. Leaves time for bread baking. This is gonna get old really fast. At school today, a boy brought a bike. He laughed and said, "You'll fall, I swear." Riding it was harder than it looked like, but it felt so good to feel the wind in my hair. Okay, well, we can read these later. I mean, there's only so much rhyming I can take. What can I pick up from here? It looks very quaint. Up here I had no one to impress, so I wore my pants instead of my dress. Very good. Although, you don't have to wear no dress for no man. I guess it is the 1920s in Norway, so. The spinning wheel was for making yarn. But we no longer kept sheep in our barn. We made the cheese in kettles like these. I took the spoon. I would need it soon. Let me know when you when you get tired of all the rhyming, because I will never. You crank the separator, your hand ablaze, to force the cream and milk part ways. My modification was clever, without any clutter. The cream would trickle down to be churned to butter. Had I been visited by a vandal? The separator was missing its handle. What should I do? I drew a blank. I couldn't make butter without the crank. The churn was used to beat cream into spread. It made thick, greasy butter, perfect for bread. Man, at the end of this video, I will definitely want some toast with butter. Reading books was my greatest passion. Erland would give me my weekly ration. My parents' portrait, their wide open stare, they seem to be following me everywhere. Like, everywhere. Alright. I gotta start doing some chores. I am a milkmaid after all. Hello, cowsies. Luca was patient and astoundingly clever. I raised her as a calf. She'd known me forever. The cows need milking. I saw from their shutters. They tiptoed impatiently with bulging udders. Okay, we need to use the spoon. A long spoon made of wood. Old but still good. Okay. Aw, You're so cute. Okay, so I need to milk the cows. I need to get a pail. Hello, is that a lemon tree? I can't reach it. Even when I stretched my hand, elbow, and knee, I couldn't reach the fruit in the tree. What about the spoon? How do I drag them? Yay! It worked! The fruit had a certain appeal with its fresh smell and yellow peel. What is it? The lemon was terribly sour and possibly impossible to directly devour. Oh, we're gonna definitely make butter because we're gonna get milk and lemon juice. I definitely want some toast now. Growing fruit had been mother's quest. They usually didn't grow here out west. Yeah, I don't really, Must not be easy to grow lemon trees in Norway. I would think it's too cold. Alright, where can I get a bucket? Or something. I took some firewood, but it was wet. Everything had soaked in the rain, I bet. I've got wet firewood. I can go on my roof. Rocks were scattered. The chimney had crumbled. Damn that storm, I mumbled. Damn indeed. I need to rebuild my chimney. I would if I could, but I need stone, not wood. I imagine this is how Norwegians talk as well. In rhymes. Just in Norwegian, but still rhyming all the time. The farm was perched on a mountain high, stuck between the earth and the sky. Where is thou bucket? I am not good at rhyming. Okay, how do I milk the cows? I mean, the cows are going insane, man. They need to be milked. Ah, new area. Well, new to us. Probably not to her. Run, girl. Nope. Go back. What's this? I would get it out if I could, but the nail was stuck in the wood. Such beauty, but so remote. I swallowed the lump in my throat. How can I get that nail out? Man, this spoon is amazing. Finally, I removed that stubborn nail. My greatest conquest, a fairy tale. Okay, calm down. You must be pretty slow here all the time, right? If this is your fairy tale. But who knows? This could be her fairy tale. Is that dynamite? How had the bucket ended up here? Had the wind made it disappear? Yeah, it could be. It's a long way away from home. Oh, I was wondering if it's gonna be like in King's Quest when you get these remote landscapes and you know death is coming. A metal pole to use as tether. The boat had sunk in stormy weather. So you're stranded here. The lake was crystal clear and frigid. Swimming here would leave you rigid. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where are you going? Oh, she can actually climb that. It looked like a really far away mountain. Oh, is this her mother's gravestone? Oh, look at that. It's so windy. I like the effect. It really looks like it's very windy. I picked up some rocks, squarish, like flat blocks. The flowers I left here were dry as a bone, after being left out in the wind all alone. With a sudden gust, the dry flowers turned to dust. In time, the wood would dry, so I decided to say goodbye. Oh, she's actually saying all of these. You can see her mouth move. Father and me had built this for Mother. A year later, A memorial for another. Oh, that's so sad. Both her parents are buried here. Poor milk lady. What is her name? Maybe I need to bring new flowers? I mean, I really want to bring new flowers. I haven't really seen any flowers. The quest for flowers. A fairy tale. Okay, those cows must be getting really angry right about now. So we should go milk them. Alright girls, time to squeeze out some milk for some butter and cheese. After milking, as always, I led the cows up to graze. Until evening the cows could do as they please, but I needed to finish the butter and cheese. The cows grazed lazily on the mountain grass. For a cow, this was definitely first class. Yep, they got a good life. You're taking really good care of them. I need to make butter and cheese, but I still don't have that missing piece. It's a different world up here, Mother had said. Past these rocks, the cows were fed. I looked across my rack and lawn. All my tools were mysteriously gone. What the hell happened? The stones I had found were just the right type. I started to mend the broken pipe. Cool. Though the results were mixed, I considered the chimney fixed. Because we're gonna have to boil milk and everything, right? Did we pick up any milk? Yes, we do have milk. The bucket was full, a heavy weight. It was ready to separate. I still need the crank though, but I can get this milk started, can't I? Let's see, what are we making? Butter or cheese, or both? Oh, wait. Oh yeah, I was reading these. Let's read some more. Last day of school. I'm feeling down. I'm needed at the farm, so I'm leaving town. Edwardson, my teacher, was sad to see me leave. You have a knack for science. There's much you can achieve. Dairy farming is hard, especially the cheese. I should write down Mother's recipes. Father is out with the pregnant cows. Taking good care of the herd is his thing. Mother is busy inside the house. I'm looking forward to seeing the offspring. A cow died in birth. We mourn. I named the cow Fluke when born. I'll take care of you, I said. She's so sweet. She's bottle-fed. Dark spots on white. She sure has a healthy appetite. Mother and father are having a row. Is it a row or a row? Not sure. He's angry and says she needs rest. She's talking about a strange glow she's seen on the mountain crest. Lately I've observed that she's been so reserved. Luca is growing. She's now eating grass. Work is hard. I miss going to class. Mother is quiet and so is father. I keep to my chores and try not to bother. I like to experiment. That's just me. I tried to make lemonade from the fruit from the tree. Edwardson taught about acids and bases. My drink was so sour, it shrunk our faces. Mother didn't come home from the mountain. Father is paralyzed. I'm walking around, crying like a fountain. Somehow not surprised. They gathered the men and arranged a search. The village went out to look. Even the priest came from the church. But no one was found in neither nanny or crook. They found her scarf on the cliff. When I heard, I went stiff. Mother would never do such a thing. Now father is alone with his wedding ring. Keep your head up. Finish your bowl, father says and scratches his head. Sorrow has taken a chunk of his soul. He spends most of his time in bed. We build a cairn, a statue of stone, a memory of the adored. We cried and laughed, us alone, the last two in the fjord. Father told me I had to be strong. He needed my work at the farm. My duties are taking all day long, chores that wear out my arm. A strange past year, a quiet time. No guests are coming to stay. A guilty question, but is it a crime? To imagine leaving someday? For over a month, Father's been sick. His health has seen a decline. His eyes watery, his voice thick. The farm's obligation is mine. And we'll read a bit more later. So can I start a fire? We made the cheese in kettles like these. Cool. The wood was too wet, I had to admit. It needed to dry before it was lit. Okay, so where can I dry it? Anywhere? No, there was a windy place. Got it. I know where to go. Fucking far away. That's where I have to go. Where did my cows go? Oh, here they are. Sweet things. Okay. I love this wind animation. It's awesome. Okay, let's put this here. Somewhere. On the grave. Yes. The cairn was a place I would go to cry. But this time I left the wet wood to dry. Is it ready? In time the wood would dry, so I decided to say goodbye. Didn't I read this before? I didn't know what it meant, but now I know. Maybe if I just exit the screen and go back. The wood had dried. Now it was bona fide. Excellent. Can I go that way? Oh yeah, there's another pathway. What is this area? I'm gonna go get around to making butter and cheese soon enough. Hello. Rock. A piece had fallen off the rock. I picked up a decently sized block. Had the rock fallen from the mountainside? It was 2 meters tall and 1 meter wide. It looked like a huge salt stone. Its shape mysterious and unknown. I came to a halt. It looked and tasted like salt. Is this a big salt block? Yeah, this doesn't look exactly... This is too perfect, but hey, we do need salt for the butter. Great. Now I'm thinking that I have no way to make fire. Awesome. It's missing its handle, right? Can I use the milk here? Before the milk went into there, I had to separate the cream with care, so I need to use this first. But I think I can use this. It's pretty crank-shaped already. An idea in my mind like a lit candle. Maybe the nail could be used as a handle. As far as I could tell, the nail fit really well. And now pour the milk. No time to wait. The milk was ready to separate. The churn was filled to the brim and the milk was nice and skim. Alright, so now I have cream. Before the butter could be eaten, it had to be churned. It had to be beaten. Yeah, you show that butter. The butter was done, ready for Erland's next pickup run. Next the cheese had to be made, but missing ingredients had me delayed. A big fat brick of mountain butter thick. Maybe I should check the journal to see how do I make the cheese, and read more entries. For over a month, Father's been sick. His health has seen a decline. His eyes watery, his voice thick. The farm's obligation is mine. Father is better, but not as before. He says he's not of much use. Erland is helping sell our produce in the village so we don't go poor. On his weekly trips, he talks of building ships, jobs and new careers down at the piers. Last week I called for the doctor to come. It took him hours to arrive. Father was ill and totally glum, more dead than alive. Today's the day. A year has passed since Father left this earth. Things have gone by so fast. Work keeps me busy for what it's worth. I read a book, a fascinating tale of the future and what it can entail. Cannonballs flying to the moon. I I read it in one afternoon. Summer is ending. There's a change in the weather. Restlessness and loneliness together. This is my life. I need to stay. Even if sometimes I wish I was far away. Alright, that's the whole journal and the whole backstory of the Milkmaid. Oh, so we did the butter part. Remember to keep it cool or else it will melt to a pool. I hope it doesn't melt. Pour fresh milk in the separator. Separate the skim milk, keep the cream for later. The milk won't curdle by default. Bring it to a boil, add vinegar and salt. Don't let it clot. Stir, stir, stir the pot. How do I, maybe I should save. Hey! The sound and the warmth, the glow and the heat. Nothing like a fire to warm up cold feet. It's good that we have a character that is always ready to make a fire. So we pour the milk, or whatever it was, skim milk in the pot. Now it needed to get hot. And what did Mom say? Separate the skim milk, keep the cream for later. The milk won't curdle, bring it to a boil, add vinegar and salt, which we have. We made the cheese in kettles like these. I squeezed the lemon from the garden, hoping it would make the cheese harden. Probably will. This must be salt, I was reasoning and threw in a good pinch as seasoning. Now what? Oh, we need to stir. Stir, girl. The cheese was ready, I said out loud. This would have made Mother proud. Just as the chores were done for the day. Hey, Ruth? I heard a voice in a neigh. It was Erland, no doubt. I'm coming right out. So our name is Ruth? The trail up here will someday be my death, Erland said, short of breath. Snarky, pleasant, straightforward, snarky. I was used to his banter and taunting and talking. You village boys do too much sitting and too little walking. So you're wearing pants today. Very manly, I must say. At least I don't have an open fly, I said and looked him in the eye. He smiled and scratched his ear. How are things up here? Scared, honest, straightforward. I've had this strange feeling lately. I haven't been sleeping greatly. His mind seemed distant, like thoughts persistent. I hoped I wasn't giving him any displease, so I changed the subject to butter and cheese. Ah, about the dairy. He was looking wary. It's not as easy to sell as before. People are buying margarine at the store. Oh, you should never buy margarine. Butter is irreplaceable. Really? Margarine? Tasteless fat from a machine. Trust me, I'm just like you, up in arms. The town folk just won't buy from the farms. This put me in a squeeze. What about my mountain cheese? Well, as far as I can tell, the cheese is easier to sell. But it's not like before when customers ran down my door. Come see the changes, you'd be surprised for sure. They even have this thing called haute couture. Reserved, uncomfortable, vague. Reserved. You know, work is a battle. I can't leave my cattle. Erland looked up, a slight change in tone. So you'll continue up here, all alone. Saying the words gave me a strange sensation. My parents built this. It's my obligation. They're looking for workers down at the dock. The money is good if you work the clock. Better than farming and digging the gravel. With the money we make, we could even travel. Like a fish avoiding the lure. I said, I'm not sure. You should think it over, of course. I've already sold the horse. I looked at his face and said, Please, can you help me sell my butter and cheese? I'll sell the cheese, but the butter you can toss. It'll be the scrawny villagers' loss.